In my search of budget watches, I sometimes stumble on value. For example, like this WM207 watch. So it's a fully stainless steel construction. It gets a textured dial. It gets a flat slab of synthetic sapphire crystal, push-pull crown, which is signed, and a screw-down case back. There's a lot to say about this watch, but the value portion comes in when we talk about price, because this watch here is less than $50 before tax. Anyways, we really need to talk about this watch in a bit of detail. So you'll find the link to the listing in the description below the video. As well as that, check out the discount codes and the link to my collection. So basically one place where we have all the watches we've been discussing lately in one place. Now let's dive in and talk about this WM207 in detail. Let's do it. Let's start off with the design and case construction of this WM207. This is a fully stainless steel build with some thoughtfully considered proportions. We're looking at a case diameter of 36mm, which may sound modest, but thanks to a lug-to-lug length of 49.3mm, it still carries a bit of wrist presence. Case thickness is just 9.4mm, making it ultra wearable for daily use, while the 19mm lug width tapers gently to 18 at the clasp for a clean silhouette. Now, glance at the side of the profile and you'll find a layered design. First, the case flank itself. It's tall, highly polished, and just a touch convex, giving the watch a subtly plump, organic feel. It works to visually beef up that 36mm diameter, making the watch feel more substantial than the numbers might suggest. Above that, there's a polished, rounded, fixed bezel that slightly overhangs the case, lending the watch a soft elegance. And perched on top is a beveled slab of synthetic sapphire crystal, raised above the bezel for that sharp, premium look. The crystal includes anti-reflective coating, adding clarity and a pleasing violet-blue sheen at angles. Below the midcase, you can spot the lip of the screw-down case back, completing the sandwich-like case structure. Meanwhile, the brushed lug hoods echo the finish on the end links, a thoughtful detail that makes the bracelet transition feel seamless. Between the flanks and the lug hoods, you'll find wide, soft chamfers. There are no sharp breaks here, no edgy bevels, and that's a double-edged sword. The entire case feels sculpted and smooth, but you do lose a bit of definition. It's roundness over crispness, a trade-off that gives the watch its casual charm. On the right-hand side, you get a push-pull crown, signed, polished, and measuring 5.9mm across. It's finely notched, tall enough to grip, and very easy to operate, tactile without any slop. The WM207 features a simple push-pull crown, and the action here is surprisingly refined. Pull it out to the time-setting position, and there's zero wobble. It feels stable, precise, and well-engineered. Where you place the minute hand is exactly where it lands. There's no drift, no slop. Once you're done, just push it back in, smooth, confident, and the hand stays locked right in place. The bracelet on the WM follows a classic 3-link design, brushed across the top surfaces with polished outer faces, giving it that familiar, versatile look. There's a mild taper from 19mm at the lugs down to 18mm at the clasp. Very subtle, but it helps maintain that balanced wrist presence. Now, while the links are solid stainless steel, the tolerances are mediocre at best. There's some visible stretch between the links, so it's not the tightest fit. That said, articulation is totally fine. The bracelet moves and drapes with decent fluidity, nothing restrictive here. The clasp is a secure double pusher with 3 micro adjustments, which is always welcome for dialing in the fit. Inside, we have a pressed folding wing, functional, basic, no frills at all. And the bracelet itself is held together by push pins, again, very much an entry-level execution, but it holds together just fine. Flip the watch over and you're met with a clean, sterile screw-down case back. No branding, no clutter, just a smooth brushed surface sealing the deal. The dial diameter here is 31mm, and it sits beneath a flat slab of synthetic sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. Your gaze drops through a subtle rehaut onto a beautifully muted pastel blue dial, soft, elegant, and never overpowering. It's not a vivid or flashy tone. It's almost timid, leaning toward a desaturated, washed-out sky blue. The texture across the dial is intriguing. It's not quite ripples, not quite granules, more like a fine brushed or fabric-like grain. It adds depth without drawing too much attention, complementing the soft matte finish. Along the periphery, we get a printed minute track in crisp black, and the hour markers are applied chrome batons, with a triple baton at 12 for easy orientation. There's no date window here, keeping the dial clean and symmetrical. The WM logo is printed subtly beneath 12 with no other distracting text clustering the view. The handset is baton style, loomed with a thin polished seconds hand, gliding smoothly thanks to the Seiko VH31 hybrid quartz movement. This caliber beats at 4 vibrations per second, delivering that mechanical-like sweep. Accuracy is rated to within 20 seconds a month, and the battery should last a solid 3 years. So what do you reckon? Does the WM207 provide enough value for the sub $50 price point? You tell me. Personally, for me it's an easy recommend because we're getting so much for quite a little amount of money, and it's all put together really nicely. My only qualm with this one is that this blue, I think I would have liked it to be a bit more prominent, a bit more pronounced, but maybe some of you like the pastel blues. Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, the affiliate link to the listing is in the description below the video. As well as that, do check out the discount codes and the link to my collection. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.